Speakers, this is D Jackson, Jackson 360, your platform partner, and I wanted to talk with you really quick about a speech contest I just recently visited, a speech contest with Toastmasters. It was really interesting. One thing I learned, stories are more powerful than speeches. Stories are more powerful than speeches because you can get an emotional connection with your audience. Today what I saw was there was one speaker who gave a very powerful speech, and I saw two other speakers that gave amazing stories. Now let's talk about how they did this. Now the one that ended up winning the contest was one of the stories. One thing I noticed when the speaker stood up who gave the great speech, what he did is he gave a speech about being great, and he started telling people, you can do it. Anything you want in life, you got to use your greatness. And don't get me wrong, he was saying some interesting things, and I like him as a speaker. I thought he was the best speaker there. One thing I noticed is that as he was saying this, nobody was really responding to him. People are kind of just looking at him, you know, with these dead faces. No response, no reaction. And one thing I learned is that people do not like to be told about themselves directly. People they want to know what's in it for me. They want you to say something that's pertaining to them, but they don't want for you to talk about them in a direct manner. For example, or you can tell someone else, you are powerful, you are great, you can do it. Most people are so filled with negativity. The brain is naturally designed to reject messages because your brain is very defensive, because there's so many advertisements that are coming at us every day, and so much stuff, people trying to sell us on stuff. So immediately the brain's natural response is to say, no, you don't know me. So you could tell a person, yeah, you can be successful. Immediately in their mind, they're going to say, no, you don't know my pain, you don't know the struggles. People do this all the time. I see somebody standing on the street that's like asking for money, your first natural reaction might be just to say no. But when you take a second and to think about it, you say, okay, I want to give this person something. Our defenses are up so much. And the same thing applies with speaking. If you want to tell someone about themselves and you want someone to believe that they're great, a good way to do it is to tell them a story or distract them from their everyday conversation that they're having in their brain, because they're probably going through some negativity, they're probably going through pain. So when you tell a story, you now are telling their brain, let down your defenses because I'm not talking about you. Now the brain begins to go down, people begin to let their defenses down, and now that you're telling a story, people are just kind of passively watching. Now they can still be a little defensive, but you open them up just a little bit. And the international contest and the table topics contest, we just did it for our club. I think it was a great event. Just remember, a story usually beats out a speech. That means you want to have a story that's really compelling. People can usually get more of an emotional connection. Kind of keep people on the edge of their seats. I think three things to always keep in mind is: one, after a person speaking, you got to think about, does this make me want to get up and do something? Two, is it memorable? Three, does it make me want to tell someone else about what I experienced? Keep speaking. Don't turn down your stage time. Keep getting better and better. And remember, you have to make this a lifestyle. And this is bigger than just a Toastmasters meeting. You have to practice and develop them skills every single meeting. So I look forward to seeing y'all a little later on. I'm going back into the meeting.